What's going on? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. I ain't gonna be on here for a long time, so I'm going to get down to the points. What's up, Lee? Chilling. Chilling. Oh man, why Paulo been balling, man? Paulo's on one right now. He finally is putting it together, but our team is finally getting back healthy. And we didn't even need Cole Anthony. I think we're better without Cole Anthony. And I think that's showing. What's up, Namo Da? Late night creep from the Yay. Yeah. Wanted to talk about Tyler Marsh basically having an all-woman staff. This is very good for him in his hires, bringing on the right people. Everybody does something great, which you have Courtney Paris, of course, helping the bigs. You also have the coach who coached for the Dream. I don't know her name right now. She coached with the Dream, and basically she's a solid defensive coach. She knows how to put the defensive schemes together. Then he brought over the coach who coached the Nigerian women's basketball team, which was a great pickup. All of these women have something unique they bring to the table. Marsh looks like, he's put together a solid staff. Now we just have to see how they're going to bring it out of the women that we have. Having a veteran in Courtney Vandersloot was a very big pickup, because the thing that Courtney Vandersloot does, she's going to bring a lot of veteranship, a lot of leadership, experience. So I love the moves. The moves he made are good. Like I said, I give the coaching staff an A-, B+, A-. And it's going to come down to how they put it all together. Plus we got to see who they draft in the draft, who they pick up. Because we don't know. We don't know what Jeff might do. What's up to my HD with the late night Def Jam? Man, I guess I was tired as hell. So I said, let me do this live. Like, I go live when everybody sleep. The only people that be up is like people on East Coast, some West. You got some Midwest. But yeah, like, you have a coaching staff put together that fit, each part of the team. The reason I give it an A- or B+ is we got to see what Tyler Marsh does. At the end of the day, you're as good as your staff is, which is great to have. Are you on the overnight shift? Well, I used to work the overnight shift. Like, that's why it doesn't bother me when I go late night, because I get off late at work, and then I go in late, and then I go into work later. Like, I got a new start time, so I could do a live early in the morning or late, as people would say, and then still get enough sleep to go do work. Said you chilling? Man, we all chilling, man. We all chilling. We are all chilling. But yeah, so it was a great pickup. It was good how they put it together. I think that Chicago is looking to of course go get that the look to at least finish between 6 and 8. And that'll help us out with not only that, but the development. Now, people are like crashing out online because Azzi Fudd decided, or Azzi Fudd is deciding to stay back in school. Some people are upset. Some people are like, man, you got these injuries, anything can happen. And I keep trying to tell people that a lot of these players, they don't have to come out. Like if Azzi gets, not wishing this on her, but if Azzi has an injury next year, she has an NIL deal. She's getting paid money. I think people don't understand, like when you used to play in college, yeah, you wanted to get to the pros. But the women would they wanted to get up out of college. A lot of them would want to go overseas because overseas they getting that money. Jaden Daniels' mom getting between him and Juju. I mean, yeah, I talk about that on the Patreon. What's going on? I talk about that on the Patreon. To me, is nothing. I just think people blow things up for no reason. I don't think it was that serious. Some people think that he's not a man because his mom needs to give him permission or something. I don't know. It's just a lot of dumb stuff that go on. And I just be watching how people move from afar. It's like, I thought I knew who you was, but now you kind of going down that road, that rabbit hole. So I'm good. But she says she gonna keep the girls away from them. Yeah. I mean, you have a potential to make millions on millions on millions. You have a chance to have all type of brand deals. You don't want to mess that up because a chick don't know how to act. A chick gonna try to get you off your square. You got to remember, she basically is a woman, so she knows what's up. She know how women can be. Women can be very vindictive. Women can be very calculative. Women could put themselves in position, especially if you a young man. Look at what happened to Jalen Green. A chick, Drea Michelle, who's like old enough to be his mom, got a baby with her. And her son is about his age. So you got to be careful because it's some old girls that's in the game who's still trying to figure out how to stay around. And it's cool to have a support system like that. You don't know what she's doing behind closed doors. You just saw her there that night because, she probably came out and wanted to watch the game too. Like, we don't know these people's situation. That's why I don't even really comment on it like that. That's why I created the Patreon, so I could give you a theory or I could give you something I've heard. But yeah. But looking at it like this, man, Tyler Marsh has put together a great staff. To me, it's a great staff. Do I believe we could get that 6th seed? I believe it now because you're only as good as your staff. Shout out to Showtime On Point and I Am Zoe Media. They did a show yesterday talking about it. My brothers made some great points. Shout out to Key Facts. Key's finally back. She been kind of sick. WBB Universe, make sure you check her out. Cut the Israel Talk with Keisha was on there with her later. But they had a productive show. I loved the show they were doing. It was greatly it was well put. It was it was adequately put how they all viewed the signings. Prince spoke from a player's perspective what the young lady from who coached the Nigeria women's team, Olympic team, what she's gonna bring to the table. So they got an all woman staff. I'm happy for that. But you still gotta go perform. I'm a person that goes by performance. You know, she don't mess that up for him. Yeah, exactly. So you don't want you want to basically bring a staff that will challenge the players and make them better. Angel needs coaches who are going to challenge her and push her. Nola Henry and her staff did that in Unrivaled. That is why she won Defensive Player of the Year. That's why she was on second team Unrivaled. Whether you like it or not, she got better. She's getting better. Um, and then people were looking at it like, oh, she only averaged 13 and 12. Well, she's done that with 7-minute quarters and then a target score in the fourth quarter. That's pretty damn good what she did. And I don't understand. Like, that's why I said I think she's gonna average 16 and 16 coming into this year. She's gonna be great. She's gonna be a forward who could push the pace. When she gets the rebound, she could push the pace, get the ball up court. She has vision. She's your point guard. Now what they need is a scoring guard and they need a wing. Like I said, there's been some leaks from anonymous GMs about the draft, about Aziah James. They were giving their perspective on it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, let me pull it up for you guys and gals. Yeah, she don't need a coach that's gonna baby her at all. Like, I agree. Let's see. Okay, so there was a thing that came out talking about the WNBA draft confidential. GMs anonymously scout, the players in the draft. What's up, MDT? What's up, C-Pen, man? I ain't seen you in 100 years, man. What's going on? I know you probably working. Now, they basically came out of here. They're basically saying that their 6 WNBA general managers shared their candid opinions about the upcoming draft class. Excuse me. They were candid about their opinions about the upcoming draft class with the Athletic before the NCAA tournament began. They were granted anonymity to allow them to speak openly. So they did now on Wednesday, which is today, they're gonna run another installment that includes their evaluations of front court players like Anissa Morrow, Kiki Arifin, and Dominique Malunga. Okay, so this is from 6 people. Now, Georgia Amore is a 5'6" guard from Kentucky. She averages 19.6 points per game, 6.9 assists per game, 36.7 minutes per game. Great college basketball player. Can she do enough to be a rotational WNBA player who makes it to a second contract? Another one says Georgia Amore's game will translate due to her ability to run a team and put her teammates in easy scoring situations. Due to her passing, she will excel in pick and roll situations and is a player with a very high basketball IQ. Now, it's hard to succeed as a tiny guard, so size is just the main thing. If she can be an insane shooter off the dribble and with range, she has a chance. She's heady, does a ton of the Steve Nash stuff. She's a pretty smart in terms of knowing her limitations from a size perspective. That was from, of course, those two I read were from different different GMs. Here's another one from a different GM. There's no doubt she's a scorer. She can shoot. She a playmaker. Point guards are at a premium. They are hard to find. Now, her college career is outstanding. She has the first triple-double in Virginia Tech history. She led her Hokies to their first ACC title and Final Four appearance. All-time assist leader for Virginia Tech, which is 656. Tied Kentucky record for most points in a game, 43. Two-time first team All ACC and one-time first team All SEC. And Chelsea Gray gave a quote: "Great college career for Georgia Amore." So that's dope. What's up, Anthony Allen? What up, big bro? I'm headed to work. I love your new show. Oh, appreciate it, man. We come on Mondays. Make sure you go follow and subscribe and donate to my fellow co-host. I think Maria is on Twitter. You can look for her on Twitter. Let me see. I got her handle here. Make sure y'all follow her on Twitter, man. She's cool peoples. Did a very good job the first time around. Like I knew she would. Very good person. Very cool. Trying to see we got too many soft behind dudes in these women's. We got to get these lame dudes out of these women's spaces, dog. Like straight up. Like we got to get them out of here because they are like some big cry babies, man. Okay, here it is. So Mario's handle is at Maria W Knows Best. She's our co-host, man. It's Dane Danger Zone. So it's DAI. Hold on, let me see. Okay, this is on Twitter. Let me put it in the comment section for you guys. It's at Maria W Knows Best. That's our host of the show. Check her out, man. She knows her stuff, like straight up. Cool peoples. Also we got B Sports Buzz. B's doing her thing, man. She got Twitter on lock. You guys can find her under B's and all of that. So But yeah, Georgia Amore. What do I think about Georgia Amore? Georgia Amore, the only thing I felt about Georgia Amore is her size. People thought that I didn't like her or think she could get drafted. She is a top 10 pick, probably a top 8 pick. She's very unique. She knows how to pass the ball. She knows how to run the offense. Defensively, she's 5'6". She has a lot of energy for it. Like, she tries hard. She's one of them try harders. Very solid, can score from all 3 levels, can pass from all 3 levels. Steve Nash, I see how they could have that comparison. You could say that, but to me, the thing is with her, like, she plays big in the big games. Like, she plays big, and she goes out there with a fearlessness that you like. She would be solid on our team, the Sky. I think she would do very well with the Minnesota Lynx, a team like that, but they don't really play their rookies. So, I mean, she would be a solid piece, like, for the Phoenix Mercury. She would be a good pick for the Phoenix Mercury. But it would be kind of hard because AT's there. So, like, she would be good. She could be a solid starting piece, but it depends on the team she's playing for. Like, she would be good on a team where she could dominate the ball. Other players would have to learn how to play around her. She's very a leader. She's very hard-nosed. She'll stick her head in there. Magic with another dub. Yeah, man, they beat the Hornets, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait till the W is back too. Man, May gonna be here quicker than you know it. Soon as April come, May gonna be here. I be seeing the videos on TikTok. That's cool. No, we're not gonna let we're not gonna let them on that panel, Anthony, is for us. That's just us. Like me, Key, B, Prince, Maria, Showtime. It's just us. They know. Nobody's finna come up on that show. We're not having it. We're not having it with them. If we do bring a CC person, it'll probably be on one of our platforms, but I don't really see myself dealing with those CC fans because they don't talk basketball. They talk stats and politics. They don't hold their players accountable, but whatever. We're getting sidetracked, guys. Let's stay on topic because I don't really want to be here for a long time. I want to get through these draft picks, and so I could get me a couple more hours of sleep. So I just wanted to say about the coaching staff that Tyler Marsh did was great. Now, Georgia Amore, she'll be a solid point guard. Looking at the teams that she could play for, she could play for the Sky. She would be a solid backup off the bench. She could play for the New York Liberty. She could come off the bench for them. The Aces, she could be a great fit for the Aces. But I don't know because Dana comes off the bench. She might need the ball in her hand. She would actually do well in Connecticut. Like the Connecticut Sun, that would be a great place for Georgia Amore to go because she could run the floor. She'll be able to do whatever she want. She can create her own shot and she can get the ball to who she got to get to because you got Lizzie there. You got Diamond the Shields. You got Tina Charles. That would be a solid pick for them, or she would look good for the Storm. But I don't know because the Storm got enough point guards. They got Erica Wheeler there. They got Skylar. So I could see her there with the Liberty. coming off the bench. I could see her definitely with the Sun. I think the Connecticut Sun will be the best place for her because she could actually play the point and she could play fast tempo or she could play in the half court. She's a better half court guard than Olivia Miles is. Olivia Miles, to me, most likely has the most upside because of her size and because of her transition, her ability to run in transition. But Georgia Amore, to me, out of the draft, is probably the best point guard. Like if you're looking for that pure point guard, like who can shoot and pass, she would probably be your best because she could play the half court very great. Very great. And she's clutch. I know she missed that bunny to try to win the game. She lost it, but she's still a solid player. I think Connecticut would be the best spot for her because she won't have anybody in her way. I don't think she'll have anybody in her way. You know, I could actually see her going to the Golden State Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is another team that could really use her. The Valkyrie, the Chicago Sky could use her, and the Connecticut Sun. Those are three teams I believe that could really use her, where she could be, where she can have her true potential. I don't like to use potential, but where she can have her ceiling actually come into fruition, where she could actually be that one who's that new age one who can shoot the three, break a defense down, and get everybody their shot. Those are three teams I'm saying that she really could work. She could play for any team. I don't know if she's going to start it first, but she could be a great rotational piece in her first year, or she could start in her first year. So she could fit any team. I'm not going to just limit Georgia Amore just to those teams. I believe that she can play like anywhere. Like wherever you put her, she can play. Only issue I had was her 5'6" frame. But from watching her throughout the year before going into the tournament and watching her in the tournament, I would take Georgia Amore in the top 10. Top 8 maybe at best. Okay. Only thing I said was her size. That's it, her size and defense. Her size and defense leaves you wanting more, but I don't see her how do I say? I don't see her I could see her making it. Do I see her making any all-star teams? I don't know. Depends on the system she plays. Now, the next person that they talk about, because I don't want to be too long-winded. Now, the next person they brought up, Paige Bueckers. Now, Paige is a 5'11" guard. She's a 5'11" guard. She averaged 18.7 points per game, 4.8 assists per game, 63.4 true shooting percentage. Here's one GM. My only concerns with Paige are physical. If she can stay healthy, I think she's an all-star level talent. She can play with or without the ball, which makes her super valuable. She scores at all three levels. She's big and tall and long enough to survive defensively. I think her offense is better than her defense, but it's hard to find things out to like about Paige. I mean, not to like about Paige. Here's another GM. Despite the fact that people always want to seem to talk about some potential flaws, she's still the most sure thing today in this draft. Also, the adjustment to the speed and physicality of the game will determine her immediate impact. And that was from a GM. And here's another GM. great leader. She's incredibly poised. She's prepared, pro-ready, and so impressive on and off the court. A franchise foundational piece. Player, excuse me, or piece, you could say. Player, too. Yeah. Let's see. Good morning, just coming in. Are you talking about the list of players the coaches were allowed to talk about? I guess so. It's a article, Felicia, they dropped from 6 anonymous GMs who were talking about some players in March Madness that they've seen that are potentially looking to go to the next level. I talked about Azzi Fudd. I thought Azzi Fudd going back was smart. And I felt like I talked about Coach Tyler Marsh, talked about Coach Tyler Marsh's staff, gave it an A- or B+. And, you know, that's all we've been talking about. You haven't missed much. Yeah, that's it. Okay, got you. Yeah. Azzi going back. What I was explaining on Felicia about the Azzi or Azzi, I don't know her. I got to see how she pronounces her name. I don't like to mess people's names up, but I feel like that's cool for her to go back because she's getting paid. So if anything happened, I'm not wishing nothing, not even speaking it in existence. But if something happens, she has her money. She has a lot of money she's making with NIL deals. And plus, next year is a weak draft. There's really nobody coming out next year, but like Lauren Betts, who's another one? I think Kiki Rice is coming out next year. And in my personal opinion, if Azzi comes back and shows she can stay healthy a full season and she shows both sides of the ball how effective she is, Azzi could go number 1. She can go 1, 2, or 3. She's in the lottery. But if she comes out in this draft, she's not a lottery pick. She'll probably be around 10 to the late first round to like the second round. And then people don't know Felicia, she's going to get paid because when the CBA drops, she's going to get more money than this class that just came out, which is Angel, Caitlin, and Rakia. That class, they're going to get paid more money. So why come into the league when the CBA isn't really done yet? You could potentially get more money. More money. That's the business we're in now. People don't understand that when I was in school or people before me was in school, you get hurt, that's your ass. That's your career. Yeah, that was a smart move. But I'm talking about the list. Once I'm done with the list, Felicia, I'm gonna go into other things that I've heard out there. Paige Bueckers is going number 1. I think Paige Bueckers is going to light it up in Dallas her first year. I think a lot of people have been disrespecting Paige, mainly like idiots who just came around or idiots who like or love a certain player. Paige is great, is a good defender. I wouldn't say great, but a very good defender. I would give her a C+ on defense, probably a B-. She can slide her feet. Offensively, she's a problem. She could take over the game or she can get everybody involved. This is what I was saying. If Georgia Amore was Paige Bueckers' height, if not 6 feet or 6'1", Georgia Amore would be right next to Paige Bueckers as far as the best guard coming out this draft. Georgia Amore would probably be number 1. Seriously. And people may listen to me, look and be like, man, what are you talking about? If Georgia Amore was 6 feet or 6'1" or 5'11", we'll say 5'11", even 5'10". If she was 5'10", she would be where Paige is at. But the only difference is Paige can play without the ball. This is what makes her a good to potentially great player. Plus, I see all-star in her. I see franchise player. Georgia Amore, because of her size that we just talked about at the guard position, because of her size, we don't know if she's going to be a franchise player or a rotational piece. You know, that's how we're looking at it. Now, Paige is a franchise player. I believe her and Enrique, they're gonna struggle a little bit early, but then it's gonna click, and when it clicks, you better look out, because Dallas I'm picking next year. Well, not next year, but this year coming up, that might be my sleeper team. I didn't pick it yet. I didn't pick my pick yet for the season, but Dallas could be a sleeper team if Paige gets drafted there. Because look, you'll have Paige, you'll have Enrique, and you'll have Dejanay. You got two guards who can play make and score at a high clip. Enrique, I know people say, oh, Enrique don't pass. Like, Enrique can move the ball whenever it's time. If Enrique trusts you, she can move the ball. She could play without the ball in her hands. She showed it. She showed it last year when Sabali came back, or when they had Odyssey Sims. Enrique showed you she would come up the court. Sometimes she would set up a play for Odyssey Sims, or you would have Odyssey Sims set up a play for her. So Paige could be the same way. Now, do I think Paige is better off the ball? Yes, I believe she's a better off the ball player than with the ball in her hand. Not saying, see, people got to understand, like, when I talk about, like, this is to the men out here who don't know nothing about women. It's like LeBron James when I say he's not effective like that off the ball. It's not saying he can't play off the ball. It's not saying he can't post you up, make a move. That's just not where he's best at. He's best with the ball in his hands. Just like a Kobe, just like a Michael, just like a Steve Nash. I don't need Nash playing without the ball. I need him with the ball. So that's what I mean by a player's effectiveness. Let's say that. Paige is, to me, I think Paige is going to be one of the best players in the league in about a couple years, maybe 3, maybe less than that. You know, when she comes in the league, I think Paige is going to do her thing. I think she's going to dominate. I think people are worried too much because of her injuries. Yeah, you want to be worried because we just saw what happened to Juju, and prayers up for Juju. You don't want that to happen to Paige at the next level. But Paige is the best player in this draft, like, hands down. I think a player, we're going to talk about it later on that report. I think there's a player whose ceiling is higher than Paige's and everybody in the draft. And I feel like the Chicago Sky should trade up to go get her, because I believe that she's going to be the best player in the draft. Not right away, but in a few years, I believe she has a higher ceiling and a limitless ceiling, where I think that she'll be the best player down the line in this draft. Like, if we do a redraft, I believe this player is going to be better than Paige Bueckers and everybody. So that's down the line. I just want to get through the players, you know. Yeah, exactly, Felicia. You're absolutely correct. The W, it can be very rough on rookies first year. That's why I said, like, Caitlin and Angel did a great job in their first year. Both of them had a great first year. Like, people think I hate Caitlin Clark. I don't know why, because I'm critical of her. I'm critical of Angel. I'm critical of every player. But you know how people are. People want you to glaze. They don't want you to be honest about it. Now, the next person is Sonia Citron, 6'1" wing from Notre Dame, 14.2 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 38.1 from the 3-point range, which is very good. So here's the GM's total package player. She's got 3 layers to her scoring. She could defend multiple positions. Her IQ is off the charts. Hard to not like her in terms of what the game needs. The 3 and D, very, very poised. Obviously shoots the ball tremendously well. She's got the whole package. The game seems to have slowed down for her. Big fan. Don't know the ceiling. Don't know the star power. But in terms of being a productive player on a winning team and raising the floor of your team, pretty big fan. So that's Sonia Citron. She's probably one of the biggest wing/twos in the game. Do Sky really have anything worth trading though? Yeah, I mean, they got the 10, 16, 22nd pick, plus they got next year's picks, plus they got picks after next year. I mean, why not? Why not trade to try to get you somebody? But Sonia Citron is somebody who Prince, me, shout out to Uncle Brass. Brass was talking about her with West Bell earlier this year, even before the year started. You had other people talk about it around these spaces. A lot of people didn't want her at first. They felt like she's a Lexi Hole, which I don't see. She's better than Lexi Hole, and this tournament is proving she's better than Lexi Hole. She can go one-on-one. She can score at all 3 levels. Defensively, she can play 1 through 3. She's an underrated passer. In the half court, she's an underrated passer. Like, seriously, like, she could run your team if you need her to for a little bit. I seen her when she didn't have Hannah or Olivia. I seen her play just with Hannah. I seen her just play with Olivia. And a lot of the half-court action, she's initiating the offense a lot. Olivia and Hannah start working around her. She's very receptive to information. When she talks to C-Pen, people talking about Lexi Hole. I'm like, no, she's not a Lexi damn Hole. It's like, what? I don't see what people see as a Lexi Hole. Like, Lexi Hole is not on this level. I watched Lexi Hole at Stanford. She was nowhere near as good as this girl at all. And that was when she was on the championship team. Now, her size being 6'1" and her length will help her out a lot on the next level. The thing that's going to come to her is, the thing with her is, to me, I don't believe she'll ever be an all-star she's not really a franchise player or all-star. To me, she could be a valuable piece to build the championship team, or you could put her on the team and she can help that championship team. She could solidify that championship team. Let's say that. She could solidify that championship team. Like, if she played on the New York Liberty, her, Phoebage, Lainey Hamilton would be exceptional on the perimeter and the wing. She could play for the Aces. She would be a solid wing for them, or a guard. She could play for us. She could play for anybody. She's one of those players that you could put her and fit her in any organization out there. Like, she's that good, and she's smart. She's a smart defender. Like, she knows how to play off the ball defense, and she knows how to play one-on-one matchup defense. She did well against Juju. She did well against Paige. She gave Paige hell that night. Now, she did struggle with guards that are like who got a bag, who can break you down. She struggled a little bit with those guards or wings who can go one-on-one, take you off the dribble, and have the ability to find a hole in the defense. They know how to set her up at times, set screens to get her off the best scorer, best or shooter on the other team. But she's solid. I mean, listen, she's a lottery pick in this year's draft, and I don't know why people get upset about that, but she can play. Like, I could see Seattle Storm getting her at number 2. I could see Washington getting her at number 3. I could see her going to the Valkyrie. I could see her going to Connecticut. Like, she's that good of a talent. She's very solid. Plus, she is when you need her to play the point guard, the point of attack position, she can do that. Very tough. And being 6'1", her versatility will help her play 1 through 3. And I think she'll have a long career. Now, will she be an all-star? I don't think she'll be an all-star, but she'll be a hell of a rotation piece to build a championship team and solidify a championship team. What's up, Shining Light? Hey, I'm new here. Thanks for reminding me about my love for the game. Oh, anytime, Shining Light, man. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Appreciate it. Make sure when you guys come in, you can like. You also could donate to the page, guys and gals. You can super chat for $1 or you can super chat for $10. You can also Cashapp. That's in the description box. You can also buy some merch. We got some merch out. You guys can go to the merchandise store and buy. Hey, we got everything over here. Appreciate it, Shining Light. So I like Citron. Think she'll be solid. Now let's go to the next player. They got Azzi Fudd, 5'11" guard, UConn, 13.2 points per game, 1.2 steals per game. She is 44.8% from the three-pointer. She shoots it well, but the sample size is so small. Not sure how she impacts the game outside of the threat of her shooting. And I don't think her shooting numbers are off the charts either. So I'm a little worried about her having a bigger reputation than the actual impact. Health is the number one thing for Azzi. She has all the tools to be a great pro. It really comes down to her health. Great shooting, great defender. She could be really interesting complementary rotation player who can stretch it, 3-and-D potential player. Again, she's again, you got a 5'11" guard. Like I said, Azzi Fudd can play. She is a once in a lifetime shooter. I won't use generational because I don't think she's a generational player, but I will say she's a once in a lifetime shooter. She can wake up in the morning and snipe you. Like, she's that good. Like, and she plays off the ball so well. She sets screens. She can pop out for a flare screen off the flare screen. She can shoot from the elbow, shoot from the corner. The corner three is basically her bread and butter, and the wing. She operates around there. She can also put it on the floor, get to the next level when she can. The only thing about Azzi is her health. If Azzi was healthy these past couple years and played a full season, she would be number 2 in this draft. Seriously, she would be number 2 and number 3 in this draft. She would be a lottery pick. But I think she's staying because next year, the CBA is going to be done. The rookie's going to get paid. Second of all, next year is going to be a weak draft. So she can go potentially 1, 2, or 3. Seriously, she can go 1, 2, or 3. I think she's better than Kiki Rice next year. I think she's better than Lauren Betts is. Yeah, Lauren Betts is 6'9". You can't teach that. Plays the 5. But Azzi, she can fit on a championship team. She also can help a team that's up and coming, trying to be a championship team or build to that. She's a great piece that you can put in there. You can also she's also a player who can defend as well. Not the greatest defender, but she can defend. She can shoot the lights out the ball from anywhere on the floor. But her sweet spots is that corner three, sometimes that wing. She can hit that top of the key. She can also put it down like 1-2, like a 1-2 dribble and get to a spot from either the short corner or from the elbows. You know, she's very good in the mid-range too. What I want her to work on is, if she's coming back, what she needs to work on is her dribble skills. I want her to learn how to handle the ball. I want her to learn how to create her own shot a little more, just in case, like, if her catch and shooting isn't well, or they're guarding her or they're hedging to her off the ball, she can get it, dribble and pull up and get a better shot. I want to see her really work on that. And I really want to see her defensively, want to see her get a little better defensively. But it comes with time. I think she'll be fine. The only issue is a small sample size. Plus, she's not really, she doesn't stay healthy a lot. Those are the only knocks on her. But Azzi Fudd, if she did come out, even though she's going back, if she did come out, I could see her potentially going 10 to the Sky. I think the Sky would have got her, or the Minnesota Lynx would have got her. Oh, appreciate it, Felicia. They ship fast as well. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's up, A-Dub? Oh, man, everything's been fine, man. Now, we're going to a player who I believe the Sky, if they don't trade up, should go get her at 10. And that is Aziah James, 5'9" guard from North Carolina State, 17.8 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game, 2.7 assists per game. Now, she's really dynamic, great finisher, just gets downhill, great defender. I think she's going to be a really, really good guard in this league for a long time. Another person said, I could see her turning out to have an 8-year career. I could see her fizzling out, and it's just not working. I see her as a microwave scorer off the bench, and those are necessary. Another one says her ability to adapt to the defensive game plans against her when she gets to this next level will decide if she makes it or not. A good combo guard, but might need to become more physical and stronger to be able to compete night in and night out in the WNBA. Now, I am a huge fan of Aziah James. Other people like Saniya Rivers. I'm not a Saniya Rivers fan. I tell you guys that all the time, and gals, I tell y'all that all the time. If you like Saniya Rivers, I have no issue. If the Sky say, yo, we're going to get Saniya Rivers, I understand, because she's more versatile than Aziah James. However, Aziah James is somebody you need if you're not bringing a Kennedy Carter back. If you're not bringing a Kennedy Carter back, this is a person you bring in. Aziah James can score at all three levels, and she's a solid defender. She can defend. Not at the level Saniya can, but she can defend. She could put the ball on the floor, create her own shot. She can make the extra passes. She knows how to weave in and out of the defense. She's very dangerous from that short corner. From the short corner, she's dangerous from the wing. She also can attack those elbows. She could break you down and get to the next level. Her game against Sonia Citron, when she just flat out just went off on Sonia Citron. And Citron plays some great defense, but because of her versatility and the ability, now she's a lefty, but she loves to attack right a lot. That's very interesting. Like sometimes you see people that's right-handed go left, and sometimes you see people that's left-handed go right. She loves to go right. She's very versatile with that, or she can go left. She can pull up and shoot. And to me, I think she would be a solid pick for the Chicago Sky at 10. The Chicago Sky really need a player who can get a shot off the bench. You really don't have a player off the bench who can create their own shot. You don't. And Ariel Atkins, when she goes to the sideline, Aziah James could come in there and get you about 5 to 8 points quick, like that. Like she could change the game like that. And she could change the flow and momentum of the game just like that. Easy. Like she's that capable of either she could shoot your team out the gym, score too. Her scoring is probably one of the best I've seen in a long time. And if you're losing a Kennedy Carter, you bring Aziah James in. You need that quick offense. Do I think she'll have an 8-year career? No, I think Aziah James could potentially be I think she could potentially be a solid starter. Do I think she'll be an all-star? Maybe. She maybe could be an all-star down the line. She has the ceiling to do it. Like her ceiling, like she could be a top guard in this league one day. She could. She's that damn good. She's that damn effective, and she's tough. Like she's tough. She's all dog. You know, she comes off as quiet, but she's tough. And when she gets hyped, she really is the engine for that team. That North Carolina State team, if she's on, if her shot's on and her scoring is on, you better look out. And I think Aziah James, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I believe I would get her at 10. If you're not going to trade up to try to go get this guard I'm going to talk about later, then I would go get Aziah James. I would get Aziah James right now. To me, she's the better player. However, Saniya Rivers is the better defender. And plus, Saniya Rivers, you could play her for like 1 through 3. You could play her. Aziah James is strictly a 2 guard. She's a 1 or a 2. And you put the ball in her hands and you move the hell out the way. That's straight. A-Dub says, been at work, but looking forward to rewatching some of these games, including men's college b-ball, but definitely women's college b-ball. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have a day, man, where we just rewatch. I think I'm gonna do it Sunday. On Sundays, I'm gonna do rewatch. We're gonna be rewatch gang or something. Or I might rewatch a game later on. We'll see. What's up, One Colin? Salute, Chad and HD. Where you think Aaliyah Nye will landfall? Could she be a future piece on a championship caliber team in the near future? Bench player, backup 3 and D. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, One Colin. Give me a sec. Let me get through this list that I saw on Twitter of the GMs talking about certain players in the March Madness, because I'm gonna do my my honorable mentions after I do this list. I'm gonna come back to that for you. She would be great off the bench, but if she starts, she got to hustle on that D for Aziah James. To me, because of her size, in my opinion, she gets banged up a lot. But I love watching her play, but just my opinion. Yeah, that's true too, A-Dub. Like, look, defensively, I think she's solid. Now, is she great? No. I say she's a C+ on defense. I could deal with that. She's a C+ to me. Georgia Amore to me is a D+ or C-. I'll give her about a D+, Georgia Amore. That's because of her size. Paige Bueckers to me is a C+. I would give her a C+, maybe B-. Aziah James, I would give a C or a C plus on defense. But like I said, I think she'll be great if you put her on a team with us, and then you get you a couple more defenders at 16 and 22. Like I will go draft the Fagan at 22. 16, excuse me, and then I will go get a Bree Hall at 22. That's just me. That's just me. But I agree. I agree with that, A-Dub. I agree with that. Yeah, she balled out last game. Madison did good. Madison's the one who got it started. Then that's when she came alive. Zoe Brooks and Saniya were kind of quiet. Yeah, it's a show to watch. If her and Zoe Brooks are cooking, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I would get her at 10 because she's instant offense. And you're gonna need that off the bench, especially when you got a player like Banham, Mo Jefferson, Rebecca Allen, and these other pieces that ain't make the team yet. They're on training camp contracts. You need a person who's gonna come in and just give you instant offense. And defensively, the coaching staff we have, and I'm gonna give the names of the coaching staff. After I do this list, I think they could bring the defense out of her. If that makes any sense, that's just me. I believe they can. So, because the staff that he kind of hired, they're defensive oriented and big oriented. So I think she would thrive because look, she plays with a Saniya Rivers. She would be great with an Angel behind her or, a Camilla behind her. I think she'll be solid, man. Like if these coaches are good as you say they are, that's on our organization, they could develop her defense. Like, because to me, she comes off as somebody who listens, who learns, who wants to get better. And I think her and Angel would click, like right off top. So that's what I would do. That's just me. But I mean, people going to disagree. You disagree, cool. Just keep it respectable. And then being 5'9", I love 5'9". I love her being at 5'9". To me, that's what make her even more deadlier because of her versatility. And she's a long 5'9". She's not that stumpy 5'9". She looked like she can go for like 5'10" or 5'11", the way she's built. Now, Olivia Miles is the next one. She's a 5'10" guard, Notre Dame, 15.5 points per game, 5.9 assists per game, and she is 40.1 from the 3-point. She's shooting 4.1% from the 3. Now, the second safest pick after Paige. She's definitely an exceptional passer. Her court vision in small spaces as well as full court is really, really special. Big fan, especially if the shooting can continue to be where it's at. I love the wiggle she has in her game. She's got a great feel. She's got great change of pace. I love the combination of dribble, pass, shoot. I love her size at point guard. I think she can also probably play on and off the ball. Incredibly dynamic, one of the best scorers I've seen in many years. At times, she's taken out at the end of the games defensively, but I think the defensive end is where she still has room to grow. Offensively, an absolute dynamo. All right, let me answer A-Dub before I give my analysis on Olivia Miles. HD, I haven't watched, but has Notre Dame been playing better, or is it still early to tell? They're playing a lot better, A-Dub. Notre Dame has a chance to get to the Final Four and win it all. They're looking a lot better. They're looking good. We'll see how they do down the line. Yeah, she gonna be dangerous coming off the bench. Plus, if one of the guards get hurt or can't lace up, she's a great option to have off the bench. Plus, it gives her time to learn. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Aziah James, man, I'm telling you. She's sneaky. Now, Olivia Miles. Olivia Miles, if she comes out today, she's going number 2 to the Seattle Storm. Or number 3 to Washington. Now, Olivia Miles, to me, and this is my opinion, please don't get upset. I think Olivia Miles should go back for another year. Not because of how she's built. I love how she's built. She's played good this year. Not great to me. I think she needs to work a little bit on on the defensive end. I think, like they said, she has a lot of room to grow. Also, she needs to work on her half court offense. She's not as prolific of a shooter like a Caitlin Clark. Like Caitlin Clark, I would put Caitlin Clark over Olivia Miles. I don't think, because Caitlin Clark, she can shoot the ball consistently. Even if she's off, she can find ways to score. In the half court, Caitlin's better at a pick and pop, coming off a flare screen, running off the ball to get the ball back to shoot the 3. Olivia Miles is not that effective like that. To me, I don't know how her body will hold up. I think she needs another year to solidify off of that injury, because I think that injury kind of made her legs or lower body not as explosive or strong as before the injury happened with her. So to me, that's my only concern. But if she can go to the next level, she could deal with that physicality in the first year. She could get through, like, okay, my body, I'm getting accustomed to being pushed around. I can handle the physicality. Olivia Miles is going to be a solid point guard for years to come. Now, do I think she could be an all-star? Yeah, I think she could be an all-star. Is she generational? No, she's not generational. She's not better than Paige, and she's not better than Caitlin Clark. She's not better than them. She's very solid. So, plus she disappears a lot. Like when Hannah Hidalgo went down, she really struggled in the half court sets. Citron had to run the point in the half court in order for the offense to get initiated. That concerns me a whole lot. I don't think she's as safe of a pick as everybody thinks she is. Now, in transition, she is the best transition guard in this draft. Like, in transition, she is tough. Like, I could see her playing in a zone or playing off the ball, gets the rebound, pushing the pace. Now, she equals the Caitlin Clark in that department. They both are similar in transition. I think her and Caitlin are neck and neck. Like in transition, she's an A+. Her passing, her vision on the go, incredible. Defensively, I give her a D, not a D+. I think it's a D. I don't think her effort is there a lot. She's shown up these past couple games, but they really ain't been going against those strong guards like that. Plus, Hannah was the one guarding solid swords, and Olivia was guarding off the ball. She's okay, but defensively, she's a D. I don't like her defense. She don't slide her feet very good to me. And when she gets caught on switches, she gets destroyed. Like that one-on-one matchup, she gets taken to school. Now, if you put her in a zone, then she could play the zone better because of her being 5'11". She got some long arms. That size really helps her. Really helps her a lot. What's up, Nadira? Miss Queen Gant. I'm all in on Aziah James. Me too. I would take Aziah James at 10. I already said it. If we can't trade up to go get the player I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, then I would go and get Aziah James at 10. What's up, Henry? Olivia disappeared when playing against physicality. Exactly. That's why I think she needs to stay one more year, Henry, get some strength, build them legs back up, weight. She needs weight training. I'm not talking about lift all this weight to get swole. No, she needs to strengthen her legs. You could tell her legs aren't as strong as they were before the injury. Like, she got to work on that a little more. Yeah, exactly. A-Dub. I agree. Hey, Aisha, how you doing? How is it in the UK? But Olivia Miles, like I said, she's solid. If she does come out this year, she will be the number 2 pick. I don't see her dropping the 3. I don't see them letting her walk. But is she a generational talent? No. I think she's a solid talent. I think she's a solid talent. She's a one of a kind. She's a one of a kind type of in transition. She's tough in transition. In transition, she's very good on offense. Defense, like I said, that's her only weakness. Passing, very good. She did look good in the last couple games on the pick and roll. So she's getting acclimated in the half court. I just think she needs to work on her half court offense, setting teammates up, running some more pick and roll action, being able to lead her player to their spots to score easy. Make it easier for her players. And I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be good she'll be good for the Storm. She'll be good in Washington. Hell, she'll be good with the Valkyrie. She's solid. So I would have her go 2. That's what I would do. Now, who is next? Who is next? Who is next? Now, Te-Hina Paopao, 5'9" guard, South Carolina, 9.7 points per game, 2.9 assists per game. She is shooting 37.1 from the 3. Solid college player, clear 3-point shooter. Does she have enough to get by people and create at the next level? Paopao has the ability to hit from long range. She has strong leadership qualities and is another high IQ player who can distribute the basketball. Paopao is efficient offensively, defends really well. Don Staley kids are going to come in and play their role. Whatever they're asked to do, no matter how big or how little, she really impacts the game on both ends of the floor. Now, hold on, give me 1 second, guys. What's up? My bad. I had to blow my nose. What's up, Scrub? I gotta watch the show. Y'all was on one. Oh yeah, man, the show. Yeah, make sure you guys on the show. We got Now What? That's with me and Auntie Sess on Mondays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we got a show on Star Hoop Central with the best, one of the greatest doing it right now, Showtime on Point Sports. One of the best young up and coming women who is just she's incredible. I love this girl here. She does her thing. I have an utmost respect for her. That's WBB Universe, and that's key. Also, I got love for this young buck here. I call her young buck, but she's very knowledgeable. One of the best doing her thing on Twitter. She's absolutely great at what she does. That's B's Sport Buzz. B is very good. Then we got the lovely, beautiful host, Maria. You can find her at Maria knows the W best on Twitter. She has a handle and she is very informative. Did a great job on her first show with us. She did her thing. Also, we got, I don't know how to describe this man. Like I consider him a brother as well. I tell him every day, I thank him for giving me the opportunity to work with him. He is an exceptional businessman, an exceptional mind, played the game at a high level, great at what he does. And that's I Am Zo Media. That's Prince, man. Make sure y'all support my brother there. So we have a great show. And, all of us have our own opinions. We don't follow, those are our own, that's how we all feel. Like we're not being told what to say, told what to do. We not holding punches. We all have our own opinion and our own facts to come with it. So yeah, make sure y'all support us on Mondays. That's Stars Hoop Central, and that's going to be at 5 p.m. Central Time. 5 p.m. Central Time. Check that out. But yeah. But now Olivia Miles, that's what I see from her. I think she'll be solid. I think she'll be a solid starter right away. She's going to start. She's not coming off no bench. You let her start. I think she figures it out. If she comes out, I think it'll take her maybe 10 games, maybe 15. Or it might take her the whole season. But I think she'll get better. I think she'll be good on a team like Washington. I think Washington, plus there could be a team to say, yo, we're going to trade and bring her in. But you know what she'll be really good at? Like she'll be really good in Connecticut because that team could be hers and she could grow with that team and do what she want to do. But she's not going to fall that far. She's going number 2. She's going number 2. And I think she'll be good with the Storm because Scholar's a Notre Dame girl. She'll teach her. You also got, what's her name? Erica Wheeler's there. Erica Wheeler's a vet, could show her the ropes, show her how to do things, be a professional. Pokey Chapman is there. You got Noel Quinn. You got a staff there that could work with her. And to me, I think she'll be the franchise point guard they need down the line because I believe Scholar would pass the torch to her. And then Nika Mule coming off an injury, don't have to rush her back because you got Olivia Miles. But I think she needs to stay one more year. But hey, if she comes out, I think she'll be fine. Just me. I think she'll be fine. In the long run. Now, Saniya, in the long run, that's Olivia Miles. Now, Te-Hina Paopao. That's where I left off at, guys. I apologize. I don't know why I went back to talk about Olivia Miles, but Te-Hina Paopao. Te-Hina Paopao to me is a diamond in the rough. I think if she gets with the right coach, I think she could potentially be a solid starting guard in this league, point guard. I think she's underrated with her passing. She can score all 3 levels. She can create her own shot. She knows how to run the offense. Defensively, she's probably the best point guard in this draft defensively. Seriously, I think defensively she's better than a lot of the guards here. I give her a B minus defensively. Some people may be like, oh man, that might be too much because, you know, Raven does all the lockdown. Raven's a lockdown. Raven is an A to me on defense. But Paopao, for her size, she's a solid defender. Like if you watch her, she knows where her help is at. She also knows how to play off the ball defense. Now, one of the things that's going to be difficult for her is the minutes that's going to be played on the next level. Like, can she play high minutes? To me, I think she would start off the bench at first, and then I think she would work her way in the starting lineup. She can shoot the ball. She knows how to control the game. When she's on, she's on. Now, when she's off, she can do other things. Like, this is what I say. If your shot is not going, what else can you bring to the team? She'll bring defense. She brings passing. She brings leadership. She's very knowledgeable. Whatever you need her to do as a player, she'll do it. To me, I think she can I think she'll be good on the Valkyrie. I think the Valkyrie would get her. That's just me. You know, I know some people would be like, I don't know. I think the Valkyrie would be a great choice for her because I think she's from the West Coast and I think she'll fit. I think that'll be a good fit for her. Her frame, her wide frame, you know, turns some people off, which I don't know why. I think if she works on her muscles, works on some things, I think she'll be fine. She's very solid from the mid range. She has a nice little shot from the elbows. She can score from any all three areas. Very tough. Like I said, she's a she's a South Carolina girl. Don teaches her, and I think she'll be solid. I think if you get her, she's a project. And I think that she would be solid. She's a diamond in the rough. I think she would be a steal in the draft. If you put her with the right coach, right team, she could really help you out off the bench or a rotational piece. But she could be a solid player in this league. So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I think she'll be good. Now, here we go. Saniya Rivers, 6'1" guard / wing, NC State. She averages 11.8 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, 3.6 assists per game. Now, the good news for her is she can be a point guard. And if you can't shoot, you better be playing point guard because then you have the ball in your hands and you can survive a little bit more. A lot to like and a lot to question, but amazing tools to work with. The most athletic guard wing in the draft, but is there a place for a non-3-point shooting guard wing in the WNBA? Yes, I believe it is. The athleticism is mesmerizing. At times, she gets a little bit out of control, so it's just harnessing that and continuing to get better at just picking her shots, picking when she's going to drive, when she's going to shoot the three. Great length from the wing position and the possibility of being an elite defender with her length. Saniya, you know, she became the first player in NC State program history to post a point, assist, double-double in an NCAA tournament game, while Aziah James scored a game-high 26 points, 10 of 17 from the field, before being subbed out with 7:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Madison Hayes scored 17 points on 5 of 8 from 3. So, yeah. So, you know, she's nice. You know, like I said, she's nice. She's the best. She's the most athletic guard and wing in the draft. To me, the thing about Saniya Rivers is her motor, her motivation. Some games, because of her athleticism, she leans on it and she don't really go as hard as she can. Point guard wise, she's done well this year. I love the way she moves the ball. She finds her open players. Shooting wise, she's not very consistent. She basically can score though. She can get to the next level. She can score just off of athleticism, but off of skill. I think Aziah James out of the two is more skilled than her. To me, I think she'll be a solid 1 through 3. To me, she's basically better. She's a better Citron to me, except she don't have the 3-point shot. She could play defense. She's an A on defense. I give her an A. Offensively, handling the ball, I probably, what would I give her? Handling the ball, I think she's underrated a little bit. I give her like a C plus, maybe B minus. Shooting wise, I give her like a D plus or a C minus. Scoring wise, I think she's an exceptional scorer. I think I give her a C plus, B minus on that. She's solid at scoring. The thing is her motivation. Now, if the Chicago Sky say, yo, we need her, we need a defender at 10, then that'll be a great pick for her. She would fit the Sky very well because of the coaching staff. Plus, you have Angel there, Camilla, and I think the coaching staff could dig a lot out of her. She's like Aziah James to me, where if she goes to the right team or right coaches and she's utilized correctly and they motivate her, man, her ceiling is limitless. She has a limitless ceiling. To me, she could be the best defensive wing or perimeter player. I'll just say perimeter player. I think she could be the best perimeter player that we've seen in a long time. Like, I mean, defensively, she's as good as Elena Beard was. And I know y'all remember Elena Beard, Bree January, those type of players. Like, defensively, she's that good. And to me, I think she's a better defender right now than Dejanay Carrington. And I love Dejanay, but I believe Saniya is better because she's 6'1", and she can switch. Like, if she gets caught with a big, she's strong where she can handle that big by herself until help comes, or she can handle by herself. Like, if she switches on a Nafisa Collier, she would give Nafisa problems because of her length and because of her ability to slide her feet. Also, she's very good at switches, calling out plays. She's good at playing weak side, strong side, on ball. To me, she's the best on ball defender that's in the tournament. From the wing/guard position. Now, do I see her making all-star teams? I believe she can with defense. Like, I think, like, if her offense can catch up to her defense, it's like an Angel Reese situation. She's like an Angel Reese of wing and guard players. The only difference is Angel Reese got a motor. This girl don't really have a motor, but she is solid at what she does. So I see why Brass loves her. Like, if the Sky say we're gonna take her at 10, I'm down for it. But I think she might go earlier than 10. I think the New York Liberty could snatch her. Seriously, I think the New York Liberty would snatch her, and I think that would be a great move because you can have her, Lainey Hamilton, Phoebich. She could replace Kayla Thornton. Like, she could replace her. The only thing with her is she would have to learn how to get her shot off. Now, if she do come to a team, she could play the backup point guard. She could initiate the offense. She could get people set up. And she would help out a lot. She would raise your defensive, your team. She would raise your defensive team. Like, she would be good in Washington. She could be good in wherever she goes. The defensive side of the ball, she's an A. She gets an A defensively. I'm sorry. Like, I haven't seen a defender like this probably since Elena Beard, I want to say. Carrington was tough, but not like this. Carrington wasn't like this in college. She could play defense, but not like this. Not like this. But that's how I got it. So I think Saniya Rivers is good. I think she's the best defensive wing/guard in the draft. Like she is. Now, if you want to say point guard, like a Paopao, who could play the two as well, but she's going to be mainly a point guard. She's the best defensive point guard probably in the draft. No, I wouldn't say that. I'm tripping. I would say she's second because the player I'm about to talk about next is a point guard. Playmaker. So I would say Paopao is the second best point guard defender so far in this draft. I could be wrong. Like I said, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section who you got. But I think Saniya Rivers has a limitless ceiling, but also I think she has a low motor. Like she disappears a lot in the game. And I don't know if that's due to her being the point guard. She want to get everybody involved, and then she'll get her points as the game goes, but I think she'll be solid. Like if you were to bring her onto the sky, she would be crazy. But her athleticism is insane. River has the athletic build of Sylvia Fowles, but at a guard position. Yeah, you know what, Henry? I agree. I like that. That's a great assessment. She is very unique. Like, listen, I would take Aziah James at 10 because I see the limitless in Aziah James. But Saniya Rivers, if you take her at 10, I wouldn't be upset either. And I agree, Henry. She's like a Sylvia Fowles at the guard position. I totally agree. Now we got the person who I think we ought to trade up for is Cheyenne Sellers, a 6'2" wing Merlin. 14.2 points per game, 4.2 assists per game, 41.8% from the three. I love her size. I love her athleticism. She's got all the tools. She's just a sort of at times comes in and out. Any kid that's playing for Brenda Freeze for 4 years, is disciplined on both ends of the floor. She's a scorer. She can play probably the 2 and the 3 and a stretch 4. Availability is often the best ability, and she's had a little bit of a rocky year with some of the injuries that she's had, but she's also shown a really great resiliency in being able to bounce back. Is she reliable or dependable with her scoring ability at the next level? Questions about her current health may have her drop in the draft. And ultimately, what is her best position at the W level? Now, if she drops in the draft, screw all of that Aziah James and Saniya Rivers talk. I am taking Cheyenne Sellers. If she drops in the draft, which I don't think she will, but I think she could because people are concerned about her injuries, about her health. I'm taking her at 10. She's 6'2". She could play the 2 guard and the 3. She's tough. She defensively could play against the 1 to 3 to 4. She can guard some 4s if she got to because of her build. She's strong. Her ceiling is, I believe, if she reaches, I believe she can be an all-star. I believe she could be one of the best players in the league. I believe that she may be the second best player in this draft. I think she's the second best player. In this draft. And a lot of people aren't sold on her. And I'm like, man, Cheyenne Sellers is a dog. I think she has the potential, really, not potential. I hate that word. I think she has the ceiling where she's the second best player in this draft. She handles the ball. She's clutch. She knows how to handle the game. She gets the ball to her playmakers. She makes shots when she needs to. Her and Te-Hina have been dominating from the guard positions. She's a solid wing. She could play the 2, the 4 in some instances. Like, I could see her in Chicago where you got Angel at the 5, her at the 4, and she's bringing the ball up along with Angel. It would be tough. She would be able to get the ball to people she need to get to. So, that's how great I think she could be. She could run the fast break. She can also slow it down. To me, she's the best half court guard. She's the best half court guard in the whole thing. Her offense, I give an A. Like her total package is an A. Defensively, I give her a B plus. She is solid. Like her rating and watching film, watching her off the ball as well as on the ball is like incredible. And then she's been hurt. She's been carried off the court. She comes right back and just dominates the game. Like her play down the stretch, getting the ball to her playmakers, her scorers, and her scoring herself is amazing. They could give South Carolina some trouble on Thursday. No, I mean Friday. They could give them some trouble. Defensively, like I said, she's a B. So she's solid. She could pass. She could shoot. She's very good. Solid player. Very, very laid back, but you can tell like she commands the offense. She commands the team. No, she's not Diana Taurasi. There's really no Diana Taurasi in this draft, Henry. Diana Taurasi is a generational talent. Like, she's one of a kind. We'll never see her again. Probably. But yeah, she's tough. She plays better defense than Diana. Diana Taurasi's never been she's never been a great defender. Diana Taurasi always was laboring around C minus, C or C plus at defense. She wasn't really a shutdown defender. Sellers to me is not a shutdown defender, but she could play defense. Like, she's the second best wing defender in the draft. And she's also she's also the best point guard defender in the draft. Like, I think she's a B plus defensively. Paopao, I think, is a B minus. So I got Paopao under her. She has the ability to run the offense. I think if she comes to Chicago, she could play the 2. You could put her at the 2. I think she could be effective at the 2/3. So I like it. I like this. I like this pick. I think she'll be great. Like I said, her ability to score and things is amazing. Like I said, she has the ceiling to be the best player out of this draft. I think she could be better than Paige, and I think she'll be better. And I think she could be better than Cece from last year. She has the ceiling to. Now, is she going to? Remains to be seen. But she could be a all-star. Also, she could be a starter. I think she's better than Olivia Miles. I think she's a lot better than Olivia Miles. I think she's a better leader than Olivia Miles. And I think that she does the things that need to be done. She's not flashy, but she can get the job done. And if I'm the Sky, I'm trying to trade up so I can get her. Because if she goes to like a New York or somewhere, yeah, she is going to be over for the league. But I don't think she'll go to New York because New York just picked up somebody that's a solid player, already proven. Now, Haley Van Lith. 5'7" guard out of TCU, 17.7 points per game, 5.5 assists per game, 1.2 steals per game. A tough kid with a high basketball IQ. She can score from all three levels and is a player who, in clutch moments, you can get her the basketball and she can make something happen. Haley has success being a high usage player. What will her role look like when she gets small windows in the W? How effective can she be in limited minutes early in her career when she doesn't have the ball? So much grit. I love the fire that she brings when she steps onto the court. You know what you're going to get from her every single night. The question mark continues to be on the defensive end. She's going to have to continue to get better. She's never going to be the best athlete or the quickest. So she's got to figure out how to pick her spots and be strategic in a way when she's guarding players that might be a little bit bigger and faster than her. She helps herself this year. She's showing she can impact the game in different areas. Now, HVL, I just want to say this. Congratulations to you. You could have been left for unalived, but you came out and you have showed people you can be a solid point guard. Now, there are some people who are saying, oh, Chicago might end up with her. Everybody want people to go to Chicago. Like, listen, HVL defensively, she's better than Georgia Amore, but offensively, Georgia Amore is better than her by a mile. So, and her being 5'7", it doesn't do any justice. Like, if she goes to a team, like, she would be a solid point guard coming off the bench. Plus, she is clutch. When she's in the right system or in the right offense, and you need to get a bucket or you need somebody else to get a bucket or have her find somebody to get a bucket, then she could do that. Her question mark is defense. Also her issue is consistency. Um, like when her shot or scoring isn't going, she has the ability to move the ball, pass the ball. When they play South Carolina, she kind of showed me something, even though South Carolina locked her up. But she still showed me, okay, like she still got that toughness. She never hung her head. Her confidence is better this year to me. I think she's with the right coach. The next level, do I think she could be a solid starter? I think she'll be a solid bench/role player. I don't think she'll start in the league, though. I don't think she'll ever be a starter. I think she'll be great as far as a bench player or the leader of the second unit. I think she'll be great for the second unit. Do I think she go to Chicago? No. I think she could drop. I don't even think that I don't even know like what she would be. I think she would be a solid if she keeps balling out in this tournament. Like, let's say they play Notre Dame, even though they lose, but if she balls out, she'll be tough. She'll be tough. If you need her to come in and basically, do what you got to do. Now, trying to see. Now, like I said, I see her playing. I see her coming out in the second round because other places I see, they said that she'll be a second round pick. I think she'll be a second round pick. I mean, she's good. She's gritty. I like her attitude. Not her attitude. I don't like to use that word. Her passion, her toughness, but I don't know. I don't know. You know, they also talk about Sundale. You know, they're around Sundale. Sundale's okay, but it's like whatever. I just don't know. I don't really like I don't really like I don't really like Sundale like that. She's okay. I'm just not real like big on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not real big on her. So, but we don't know. Like Van Lift to me, I wouldn't take Van Lift over Rory Harmon. I wouldn't take her over Harmony Turner. I still think Harmony Turner is somebody who you could look at. That's what I would look at. Harmony Turner is dope. Then you got overseas players like Justy Joyce, who's from Lithuania. She averages 12.7 points, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.4 steals, 44.5% from the field, 38.3% from the three, and 75.7 from the free throw line. Then I think you got a Sefka. I forgot her name is Sefka. You know, like a Sefka. Yeah, Sifka. Like they got the Chicago Sky getting um Aja Sifka. They're saying Italy, she's 6'4". She's a wing. They're talking about getting her. She's a 3-point shooter. So they looking like they like her. Got a quick release. I mean, we'll see what Chicago gets, but Sifka, she's a wing player. She can shoot the three. Um, let's see. What's up, JP? Yeah, top of the morning, man. About to go back to bed. I'm just rewatching this Magic game and talking about this list that came out from an anonymous source, like anonymous GMs. It's like 6 of them, JP. They're going to talk about the bigs today. I'll probably do a video on that later, tonight when I get off. JJ Quinterly from West Virginia, like, I mean, she's okay. I'm not really a huge JJ Quinterly fan. Like she comes, she's okay. She's okay. Like she, she could score, she could pass. She's 5'8". Do I think she's better than Haley Van Liff? Yes, I would take her over Haley Van Liff. But she comes and goes. She could play defense. She's solid. She's good. Quinterly is good. I'm just not. I think I would take Harmony Turner over her. I would take Rory or Harmony over her. That's just me. Sundell for Kansas State. She's 6'1". Sundell, she's okay. I'm not really sold on Sundell. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Like I don't. And then I would take Paopao over Haley. So you got honorable mentions like Sundell, Quinterly. Now Aaliyah Nye is okay. She's good, but my issue with Aaliyah Nye is I think the white girl Barker better than her, or Barkley, or I forgot her name. The white girl I think's better than her. So, and defensively, she's okay. I haven't really seen her shut nobody down. He says 6 more ops. What's up, MJ? Jeff and Tyler thinking getting Aziah James at 10 if Te-Hina Paopao isn't there. Yeah, look, listen, I'm taking Aziah James. I think Paopao's gone. I think Paopao goes to let me see. Let me see the draft order again. I think Paopao goes. I think Paopao goes to Connecticut. Like I could really see Paopao. I could see Paopao either Connecticut. Now I don't know about 5. I think what might happen is I think Kiki might go. I think Kiki might go to if Kiki, let's say Kiki gets USC to the Final Four somehow or has a great showing these next games. I think Kiki could go number 2. I think Kiki would go to Seattle. But Paopao to me could go to New York or Connecticut. Or I could see her at number 9, go to the Sparks, MJ. I'll get our future point guard at 16 and Zay Green. Zay Green? Hold on, let me see. Oh, you talking about the Alabama guard. Yeah, Zay Green. Yeah, Zay's straight. And she's 6'2". She's a point guard. You know what? That'll be a good pick, MJ. Zay Green being 6'2". Yeah, that'll be a good little pick. What's up, Markeisha? We need James or Rivers. I'm taking James at 10. James got that dog. She could come off the bench and get that quick score. She's tough. And I just see her. I think she could learn how to run the point at the next level. I think she'll be solid being a microwave scorer. And then she could potentially be a starting 2 guard. Now, would she be an all-star? I don't know. Her ceiling to me is being an all-star and being a solid player, a solid starter. But she could be very solid. Now, Saniya Rivers is a ball of clay. Like you could make her into anything that you want her to. Her defense is the best I've seen probably since Elena Beard. She can guard 1 through 3. She could run the point. She's not a very prolific scorer. Not a prolific shooter. She can score. She could facilitate. She could defend. You could put her on the best player. Like I could put her on a Caitlin Clark or put her on an Enrique, put her on a Jewel Lloyd, J.O. or Chelsea Gray, and she would do excellent. And then if she gets caught up on a switch against a 4 or a big, which is a 4 or a 5, she'll be straight. That's what I think too, MJ. I think Paopao goes there. I know people are trying to say, oh well, you know, she can go to she can go to she can go, I think she goes, I don't know, it depends. If Kiki drops in the draft, MJ, Kiki goes to the Valkyrie, and I think she goes to LA. I think she goes to LA. You know, I think she goes to LA if I think she goes to LA if Kiki's picked at 5. I don't think she goes anywhere else. Some say she could be going to Connecticut. I don't know. I don't see Connecticut. Shout out to Aaliyah Chavez. Chavez is she's going to Oklahoma. She made her commitment. I think that's her name, Aaliyah Chavez. She went to Oklahoma. Oklahoma. A lot of people are like, you did all that just to go to Oklahoma. You know. So so shout out to Raina Wakama. She's the first female head coach in history to win the FIBA Afro Basket. You know, shout out to her. You know, I think that was a great move. You know, we got an all-black coaching staff, all-woman leading assistant coaching staff. Raina Wakama is a former Nigerian women's national basketball head coach. Courtney Parrish is a former assistant coach of the Dallas Wings, and she's going to work with the bigs like Camilla and Angel. She's going to work with them. Then you got Tanisha Wright, who's a former head coach of the Atlanta Dream, and she's a defensive coordinator type. So is Raina. Raina's good at getting the best out of her players. And then Tanisha's good with the schematics. You know, I think she's a solid assistant. I don't think she's a real head coach. But she knows how to draw up game plans on defense. So her and Raina working together would be awesome. Courtney Parrish is going to teach the bigs how to score and how to dominate the paint, which she's going to be very helpful for Camilla. Angel especially. So, you know, so that's how it is. That's how I look at it. So we'll see. I'm proud of that lineup they picked up. Like I said, I give the coaching staff for Chicago Sky A-. That's what I think. The girl, Chavez, again, like I said, is going to Oklahoma. She's one of the top in the country coming out of this high school class into next year. So, you know, it is what it is. So, you know how it is. Shout out to MJ. Tyler Marsh on his Dr. Umar it. Black Queens forever, snow bunnies never. Hey, listen. Shout out to Tyler Marsh. Listen, Tyler Marsh could have went in there, picked a bunch of men, and said we're gonna run it. Tyler Marsh went out and went to go hire his black queens, man. He went to give black women a chance. And I think if they are successful this year, like that's making the playoffs, I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be a 6 seed. I think they're going to beat some teams they shouldn't beat. And I think they're going to be competitive when they get to the playoffs. And I feel like that's great. Like all three of these coaches are different. Like Courtney is solid. She was a beast when she played in the league as well as in college. I think she set the double-double records first with the most, I believe. So, look, you got to give credit where credit's due. You got to give credit where credit's due. So, I mean, like I said, I think that was a good pick, but in the draft, like, I don't know, man. I just feel like, we should get Aziah James and then we can go get our point guard later. Like, seriously. Like, I think we can go get our point guard later. That's what I feel like, because you can't pass up on a player like an Aziah James. Aziah James, we can help her on defense, but that scoring ability, man, it's incredible. Now with Saniya Rivers, would she solidify our wing? Yeah, she would solidify the wing. Potentially, she can come off the bench at the wing and you can have some lineups, like, her and Michaela could be out there together. She could help Michaela out a lot. So, that's how I look at it. Like I said, I like Harmony Turner. I also like Rory Harmon will be good. If Raven Johnson come out, I will look at Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson could be a solid point guard. So I could look at that. So that's how I look at it. I forgot she wetted her up like that and gave her a stare down. So that's how I look at it. I think that was a good pick and everything. And I think the Sky, like I said, I'm more confident in picking the Sky to be 6. I love this coaching staff. I think Tyler's going to be well. I think Aziah James, if you get Aziah James, I just believe Aziah James would be great filling in for Kennedy Carter. You lose a Kennedy Carter, you can have an Aziah James just come off the bench and just microwave, like start scoring like this, you know. And I would look at Fagan. I think Fagan will be good. I would get Fagan at 16 because you need a 4. And I think Fagan will be a solid 4 to come in. And I think she can learn. She has the skill set. She just needs somebody to unlock it. That's just my opinion. I think Bree Hall would be a good pick at 22nd. You know, if not Bree Hall, but not Bree Hall, but you can get a Harmon if you need your point guard. You can get a Harmon, a Raven, or you could get a Harmony at the point. You know, I mean, hey, what can you do? I'm just saying. So that's how I look at it. So, like people was talking about that Timpson bullshit, and I'm like, man, Timpson is not. No, we don't need that. You know, I would take Fagan over Timpson. Fagan's a lot better than Timpson. Not saying Timpson can't play. Timpson would be good, but she's 6'2", and she's not really a dominant rebounder like that. She could rim protect because of her athleticism, but her on-ball defense is okay depending on who she goes against. If she goes against somebody that she knows she could dominate, she plays a lot better. No, that's how I look at it. You know. But I mean, I think we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see what'll happen. You know, make sure y'all like the video. And make sure y'all like the video, you know. You know, you want to Cash App, you can Cash App. If you want to donate, you could also do a super chat. You guys can also buy some merch. Earlier, Felicia Daniels, shout out to Felicia. She ordered 3 pieces from the merchandise store. You know, make sure you guys, you know, check that out. But I mean, that's all I got. It's not really a lot. Also, we got to get rid of a lot of these men and these women in these spaces. Mississippi State was not dirty. They did not intentionally try to hurt Juju. That is BS. That is a lazy take. And just like Coach Yo said, shout out to Coach Yo from Ole Miss, huge fan of hers. Mississippi State was playing hard, a freak accident happened. And if you watch it, Juju tried to she tried to stop and then cut back and make a basketball move, and her leg just gave out. So we got to stop this. Like, y'all did this crap with that white girl last year with CC. Y'all did it in the W as well. Like, y'all got to stop with all this crybaby shit. Like, it's the game. Like, even when Angel was choke slammed, we was mad. But however, CC and everything, CC, not CC, but Angel fans was like, shh, roll with the punches. Angel was like, I'm good. I'm back up. Let's play. You know, You had CC being a victim at the podium, like a little punk. So we got to stop all this. Like, seriously. Like, seriously, got to stop it. We got to let these players play. We got to let these players be who they are. If you don't want to, or you don't like a player, then don't talk about him. Do you see me talk about LeBron? Do you see me talk about Damian Lillard? But shout out to Damian Lillard, man. Prayers is up for you, man. That blood clot, I hope they can heal you. I'm praying for you. But I'm not a Dame Lillard fan. I don't like Dame Lillard. But if they ball, I got to give them credit. They balled. So I'm sorry. I don't know. I just look at it differently. I just look at it differently. I just think people have got to stop going overboard. Like, these players are human. These are young women. They're kids. Compared to me, they're kids. And y'all just would attack. They attacked this girl online. She had to shut her page down. You don't think she don't feel terrible as it is that Juju got hurt? They didn't want Juju to get hurt. They wanted to beat them while they had Juju. And I'm disappointed in Gottlieb. I'm disappointed in Gottlieb. I think she did not handle it. The only person who handled it correctly as a leader was Kiki Erafen. And after that game, Kiki to me should go higher in the draft because she showed toughness. She showed leadership. She kept everybody together. Her and Kennedy Smith, they said, look, man, let's win. Everybody keep forgetting Kennedy Smith used to win championships. She beat Juju in high school. So Kennedy Smith can play. She just has to get the opportunities and she just got to perform. So we got to stop. Like, this is why I don't like these people in these spaces, because y'all only a fan of a person. Y'all not a fan of the game. Like, I'm a huge football fan. I love the Bucks. I love the Cowboys because that's my father's team. God rest his soul. But that was his team. But I love the Bucks, and I don't play. But I'm a fan of the game. If it's a player out there that balls out, I'm gonna give them credit. If they don't, I'm gonna say they didn't. So we gotta stop with all this hate, this glazing. You know, we gotta start giving real takes. Yeah, man. For any time, JP. I mean, look, dog, it was a freak accident. It was nothing dirty. I watched that play 4 or 5 times. It wasn't dirty. It was just a freak accident. That's it. If you go back and watch Maryland versus Iowa, Maryland won. Angel with more points than CC, and they played hard defense against CC. Announcer kept saying they knew they had to play hard. So they've been defending CC very rough and hard all the time, Felicia. All the time. Like, she's one of the most dirtiest players I've ever seen play the game. They have a bunch of highlights and reels out there with CC being dirty, throwing fists, throwing elbows, pushing people late. Man, she a crab. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, she a crab. She really a crab. Like, straight up. She a crab. She a crab. Like, a lot of these people been doing that. What's up, Jacob Pone? Yeah. Facts. Felicia said, "Go Bills." Boy, I love losing Super Bowl bills. Is that chump gonna finally get y'all a win? Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Is Josh Allen gonna be a quarterback and win y'all one? What's up, Missy 56? Right, she meaning Juju to stop on a dime and split through them, and like you said, all the weight went on that knee. Yeah, that's all that happened, JP. All the weight went on that knee. The knee gave out. It's unfortunate. All I can say is, Juju, come back better than ever. I love you. Like, I love you as a sports fan. Love you as a player. I still believe you're going to be the next one. I still believe you're going to be still the best. It's going to be a process, but you just got to come back stronger than ever. And this is why I be telling people, like, you these players, they be saying, oh, they need to come out after a year. Juju, her body's not ready for the W right now. I understand people think, oh, she should be able to play. She's not ready for the W. Them women are tough. Like, Angel and Caitlin had to get accustomed to the physicality. Rakia, Cam got hurt. Cam tried to do a stop on the dime to the basket. Her knee gave out. Rakia didn't play a lot because it was too physical at first. And then once she started getting playing time, she started coming up big. He said, not the Bills. Yeah, the Bills. Raina is fine, boy. Jay Capone, there you go. Jay Capone, man, we need the coaches to coach. We can't be trying to holler at the coach. What's up, Henry? Yeah, Chicago Sky, yep. In the Paint with Fox Media. What's up, man? Shout out to you. She said you gotta ask the rest. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Ask the Felicia is wild. Ask the rest. That's what I said. At least 3 to 4 years in college for women and 2 to 3 for men, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree, JP. I believe 2 to 3 years, yeah. For the men, 3 to 4 for the women. I agree. I agree. I like that. I like that assessment. You know. Tonight I'll do a late night thing again, a night hours as well. Tonight I will be talking about the bigs. The bigs. As the rest. That's why they the Canada Bills and we don't claim it as New York. Scrub stupid. What else was on the news? What y'all think about Chavez going to Oklahoma? Like, she did all of that. What do y'all think about Chavez going to Oklahoma? Declaring for Oklahoma. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Oh yeah, exactly. Fox Media. Exactly. I mean, she knows who she could do that with and who not to. You know, that's facts. I agree. She had to get checked because she do that little cheap shot crap and then she be playing like, I don't know what happened, be acting like the victim. I hate that. He said no fraternizing. Right. We need her focus on getting our defense better. You know, that's what we need. We need her focused on that. We don't need her. We don't need her stigmatized, and she too busy worried about going to see you when she need to do a game. HD, we beat on James Butler last night by at least 15, and one of the players messing with Spo ex-wife Christian. So, oh yeah. I know. I heard about that too. But I mean, that's cool. Spo good. Spo got his money. Spo got a new chick. I mean, hey, you got my leftovers. but yeah, like Jimmy Butler deserved to get his ass whooped. I'm glad they lost last night because he did Miami dirty and he still was throwing shots at the organization after they gave him a tribute video. Like, I don't know what else he wants from Pat. Pat is not Pat coddled you. He coddled you. He did everything to help you. And you talk all this shit and you go down there and get your ass whooped. And then Bam out of bio, man. Shout out to Bam. Bam just shitted on I heard Bam was shitting on Draymond Green. But this goes to show you, JP, Draymond Green ain't shit without Steph Curry. Everybody be talking about, oh, Draymond is this, Draymond is that. Draymond ain't shit without Steph, man. Chavez shot me. It's a good move, though. She's looking to be a coach once she graduate college. Yeah, that's true, MJ. I mean, I think her and Reagan Beers would be a great fit because Chavez would take the pressure off of Reagan Beers, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't, Russ to the Giants, New York, the black quarterbacks winning, Manning to the rescue next year. Yeah, that's all that is, JP. They finna go get Arch Manning next year. Listen, Christian was right. Christian was the only one saying that Arch Manning finna go there. Yep, Arch Manning. Jimmy was talking about the tribute was nice, but I wouldn't say I cried about it. Exactly, hoe ass nigga. Jimmy is a hoe ass nigga, bro, and I don't like him. And I know Steph wants to win a fifth championship, but not with that guy. That guy don't deserve a championship. He don't deserve a championship just on how he treated his team, like forcing a trade. No respect. She wanted to go to an SEC team, but didn't want to fight to be the face of the team. That's how I look at it, Fox Media. Like, why? Like, she was talking all this cash, like she this, she that, and she was putting people through something, and then she's going to a team that's already ran by Reagan Beers. It's like, what are we talking about? It's like, what are we talking about? Facts on the Warriors, and you right, Green needs Curry. Yeah, he needs Curry. Yeah, he needs Curry. Curry makes him better than what he is. Like, that's what I'm saying. Everybody to Jimmy boo this man. Boo. Boo. Boo that man, dog. For real, man. He full of crap. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, he gets on my nerves. Like, I just do not like Jimmy Butler, man. I just think he's a big crybaby. If he don't get his way, he start crying. Like, for real, for real. He starts crying. He starts crying like a little bitch. Bia, why you acting like a hoe? Like a hoe. Bia. Why is he acting like one? You know. Shout out to my Magic for winning this their third game they won in a row. You know, this is my third game. I mean, this is the third game they won in a row. You know, shout out to them. I just watched the game again with them beating the Lakers. Man, they was giving the Lakers all type of shit. And we still whooped their ass. He said, I'm just ready to see my Brazilian baby. Henry, man, dog. Henry gonna ask her to marry him. Shout out to Henry Steptoe, man. That's my guy. Henry support the page and he be supporting the sky. Giants had one job to get Shador. Oh, well, forget that. Right. They said F that plan, Jay Capone, because this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. The coaches are trying to win now. Their jobs are on the line. They're not trying to get a rookie and wait till next year. No, they're trying to win now. They're going to get fired. Exactly, Fox Media. I agree. Ole Miss, Florida, Mississippi State. I think she should have gone to I think she should have came to Florida State because everybody gonna be gone except probably Taniya. But I think Taniya is leaving this year. I think she's going to the draft. So she could have came there. Or, you know, like I said, she could have went to Mississippi. She could have played for Coach Yo. Coach Yo could have got her right. Yeah, I know, JP. I can't wait, man. I think if we get the right matchup, I think we could make a run for it, man. I think we could pull the Houston Rockets that year they won it. They were like the 6th seed, I believe. I believe we could do it. I believe we match up well against everybody up top. The only teams that give us trouble really that I'm worried about is Indiana and Detroit. Indiana and Detroit give us problems. You know, I can't take that from them. They give us problems. But JP, what you think about Saniya Rivers? Aziah James or Saniya Rivers? What do you think about them? Felicia said it's because y'all claim them 2 fake New York teams that's based out of New Jersey. Hey, Felicia, I don't claim them. That's scrub. I'm a Tampa Bay Buck. Like, we're in the city we say we're at. We play in Tampa, Felicia. We don't play in another city and then claim another city. Oh, man, shout out to Felicia. Felicia came in with the shotgun shell because y'all claim them 2 fake New York teams that's based out of Jersey. Boy, that's a clapback. Beers for OU needs to transfer to LSU. You think she could play at LSU? I think y'all should get that girl from Wisconsin, though, JP, Sarah Williams. I think Sarah Williams, you know, you could get. But JP, what you think about Aziah James? Because listen, who do you like better, Aziah James or Saniya Rivers? I want Aziah James at 10. I think she'll be good for the sky. She'll be a microwave off the bench. And I would go get Fagan at 16. And then I would get either Bree Hall, Harmony Turner, or Rory. at 22nd. What you think? Yeah, I agree, JP. I think we could beat them. Y'all on our heels? Y'all probably are. We trying to get to that 6 seed. If we can get to that 6 seed, we'll be okay. We need to move from No Life Stadium back to New York. That's why we ain't winning shit. Scrub said we need to move from No Life Stadium back to New York. That's why we ain't winning shit. Yep. Hey, y'all got to move back, man. Y'all got to move back. Lefty just like me. Man, I like her dog. I like Aziah James's dog. Aziah James is a dog. You feel me? She's tough. Felicia said, "LOL." Felicia, you are hilarious, man. Shout out to Felicia. What's up? I enjoyed your show on Monday with Zoe and Kay. Key, I'm telling people should go watch. Just watch good. Yeah, no doubt, Aisha. Thank you. Make sure you share it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you tell everybody. Again, on Monday, guys, I got the Now What show with Auntie Says. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I got the show with Key, Prince, show, Maria, and B. So you know. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I would do. That's just me. But appreciate it, Aisha. Make sure y'all tune in, man. We be having fun on Mondays. I like James better than me all around, and Reeves better defender in my opinion. I agree with your draft take. What we need to do this year. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, Aziah James is a better all around player, but Saniya Rivers is the better defender. So I agree. River, like I said, JP, Rivers is probably the best defender I've seen since Elena Beard. On the perimeter, I haven't seen a defender like that in a long time. Too much defense. Yeah, there's a thing, it's too much defense where you have all defense, but nobody can score the ball. Yeah, there's a thing with too much defense. But I mean, me, I'm a defensive guy. Like if I would have my whole team defense and I would have at least a scorer and a shooter. If I could have a shooter and a scorer on the team with all that defense, Jay Capone, we could win. Like look at the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty is basically a 3-point specialist, Sabrina, and a prolific scorer and Stewie. Everybody else is defensive oriented and rebounding. So I told you, the Sky are trying to make the team like the Liberty. That's what I heard. Man, I don't know, man. Tanaya Latson is nice. Man, she out here balling. Ooh. If Morrow can get that step back right, she'll be straight. I do like the girl from Bama HD. Yeah, Zay, you talking about Aaliyah Nye? or Zay Green? Which one you talking about? Aaliyah Nye or the white girl Barker or Zay Green? Like which one? You talking about Aaliyah Nye? Everybody likes Aaliyah Nye because she can shoot the hell out the ball. Man, tough defense. He said, I'm slowly starting to like you, gang. I'm slowly starting to like you. That's hilarious. Rashard, a fine self. Man, I told you, MJ. Man, she disappeared. Sellers put that defense on her, bro. She ain't know what to do. I told you, man, Aaliyah, nah, she's straight, but when she go to the next level, MJ, that's the reason why I wasn't really sold on her. Cause you kept asking me about her. And I just needed a game where she played against a solid defender that she's gonna see on the next level because I'm just not sold in her. Like she'll be good off the bench now. Like MJ, if I could get her at 16 or 22 or something, I would get her. Yeah, Latson a B. Listen, I wouldn't mind the team grabbing Latson, man. Latson looked good against LSU, but LSU's defense ain't never been that strong really the whole year. I like both of them from Bama. You named on the real. Amore showed me a little bit, but don't like her defense in my opinion. Georgia Amore is a great offensive threat. Um, I think she has a better offensive game than CC, than Caitlin Clark. I think she has a better offensive game than Caitlin Clark, and I think she has a better offensive game than Paige. I think she's a better offensive like specialist. She's better to me than Paige. She's probably the best offensive point guard in this draft, like hands down. Georgia Amore can handle the ball. She got a bag. She could cross you. She could pull up and shoot. She can assist. She's incredible. The only issue is she's 5'6". That's the only issue. She's 5'6". That's it. If she was if Georgia Amore was 5'10", 5'11", like Paige Bueckers, Georgia Amore would be number one in this draft. I'm not even gonna hold you. She would be number one. It's her height that's holding her back. Like, she's incredible. Like, listen, Georgia Amore is crossing, finishing with the left, with the right. Listen, Georgia Amore is the best offensive, like the offensive point guard in this draft, like hands down. If she was 6 feet tall or 5'11", she would be over Paige right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I think she would. I think she's better than Paige offensively. She's a better player offensively than Paige. Paige is a better defense, but that's mainly because Paige is 5'11". She's 5'11". She got length. Somebody tell the cornball fever we got. Right, Jay Capone, they the ops. What's up, Shamar? Georgia Amore got game. CC just taller. Yeah, that's it. That's it. CC's just taller and she's stronger. Plus, CC knows how to get. She knows how to get her shot off and get in certain angles because of her height. Like if CC wasn't 6 feet, if CC wasn't 6 feet, she would not be that effective. I'm dead serious. If she wasn't 6 feet, she would not be effective. I'm just being real. Yeah, I want to see what Pondexter does too. MJ, is she a senior or junior? Is it said that she's coming out this year? Because Pondexter's nice. I like Pondexter. She's nice. You know, I think she's a solid player. Yeah, she a senior. Yeah, Pondexter be fine. I mean, she'll be a good role player off the bench, shooting threes. Like I don't see none of these players starting. The only players I see starting is a Cheyenne Sellers, Olivia Miles, and Paige Bueckers. Yeah, might be the wing we need a 16. Hey, might be. I still would think like if Fagan is there, I would go with Fagan. But if we get Pondexter, I don't have an issue. I don't have no issue. You know, I have no issue. So, you know. Mm, I like that, MJ. So Cheyenne in Seattle, man, that'll be dope. I like that. I like that. Because the anonymous GMs, they basically said, the anonymous GM said that Cheyenne Sellers might fall. And I'm like, we'll see. But I don't know. We'll see, but I don't know. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Sellers in Seattle, that'll be a good pick. I think Sellers could go number 2. I think she should because she's solid. Like she had a hell of a game against Alabama. but they don't want to talk about it for some reason. I guess because her game's not flashy. So, that's how I see it. So, what's some other players you guys and gals see out there that you feel be a hidden gem? Like, who is your hidden gems? Do y'all think Flau'jae comes out this year? Or y'all think she stays? What y'all think? Y'all think Flau'jae come out? I think Flau'jae stays. What y'all think? Y'all think she comes out this year? And if she comes out this year, where do you see Flau'jae going? I like what you said about Tanaya. Yeah, Tanaya, nice. Listen, Tanaya, like she could play a little bit. I wouldn't mind bringing her off the bench and developing her. I think she'll be dope. It depends on who she plays for. Yeah, Jacob Home, because look, AZ could go 1, 2, or 3 next year. I think she's better than Lauren Betts at what she does, and I think she's better than Kiki Rice. I think she will go 1 next year. That's what I think. Flau'jae staying. Okay. Yeah, I think she stays too, JP. I don't think she's ready. I don't think she's ready. And plus, if she comes out next year, she could be number 1. If she has a great year next year, she could be number 1. If she comes out Storm or Mystic, yeah, I can see that. She would fit the Storm perfectly too. You know, depend on where they finish this tournament. If they finish in the championship and she has a good game, but they win or lose, she might come out and she might mess around and take Paige spot. What's up, Montrese? Yeah, I agree, Jacob Pone. I agree. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. But Tanaya Latson, if she does come out, man, her draft stock is going up. I can see Tanaya Latson being of a first round or early second, late first or early second. So that's how I look at it. So that's what I see. I think that's how I feel about it. I mean, from listening to the GMs, they're basically saying the same stuff that Prince said and that I've said, that Key has said. But I still think Bree Hall is a diamond in the rough. I know some people aren't high on her, but Bree Hall, like if you can get her in the second or the third, man, she'll be a good little training camp invite, and I think she'll do a good job. And we got to stop looking at stats all the time. We got to watch the game and read the game. That's how I feel. That's what I think should happen. Yeah, she played for Florida State, Jay Capone. She's straight. He said, no, I need Bree Hall on my aces. Hey, listen, if Bree Hall goes to the aces, why you playing MJ? That'll be a great move. If she go to the aces, that'll be a solid move. Deja Kelly, here's the thing. I didn't really like Deja Kelly, but after the tournament that she played in, Deja showed me more heart. She showed me more toughness. She showed me that, hey, she's good. She showed me that I could play. Like I can play if I'm with the right coach or whatever team I'm on, I could play. I'm not just here for eye candy. And that's what everybody thought. Everybody thought Deja Kelly's just here to be a model or just to look good instead of play good. Yeah, but I don't see her dropping that low, Felicia. So I think she'll probably go depending how she does the rest of the tournament, I could see her going. Yeah, that's true, Felicia. They don't. Fagan. Joyce Edwards, to me, when she comes out, she's gonna be a top three, top two pick. I think Joyce would be great to me, Joyce would be a franchise player. She's a franchise player. Oh, you know it. You know it. I can see him getting Bree or Sonya. Yep. I don't listen. I don't have a problem, Felicia, for Tipson getting picked. Tipson would be a solid backup player for a team. My issue with Tipson is, will she be able to handle the fours and fives on the next level? Because she's kind of small. They say she's 6'2", but to me, she come off as 6'1" or six. Yeah, about 6'1". But I mean, yeah, she's underrated. I feel you. You know, as far as her play, but I don't know. I just don't like her game. I think she'll be a solid backup, but as a starter, no, I don't see it. Yeah, like Tipson will be good coming off the bench, Felicia. Like I wouldn't have an issue like if they wanted to grab her, but my thing with her is like how will her game develop? She's not a consistent scorer, shooter. She's good defensively. She can rim protect at times, but she's a four, so you know she'll be solid as a backup. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all later tonight. I'm gonna talk about if the article does come out with that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Missy 56. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see everybody. I'm about to get up out of here. I will be back tonight, guys, with another night hours, and we'll probably be talking about what they said about the bigs, and I'll tell you about the bigs I've seen. So thank y'all for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page. You can super chat. Or you guys can man, what was I gonna say? Man, I forgot. All right, so I'll just say that. Like, yeah, if you want to like Cash App, you can Cash App in the description box. You want to super chat, you can. You guys and gals, y'all can always buy some merchandise. We got merch. That's in the description box. You can buy the merch. You know, that'll be dope. You guys can flaunt something. Make sure you support us on Mondays. Says Talk Sports. You know, on Mondays I do a show with her. Make sure you go subscribe to her. It's called it's called Now What? And it's a phenomenal show. Come on, 2 p.m. Eastern. And also I am with the new Stars Hoop Central, where you got the fabulous six. The fabulous six. You know, what I'm saying? So shout out to Maria, shout out to B, shout out to Key, shout out to Show, shout out to Zoe. So but that's all I got. Shout out to them. I am Zoe Media. Showtime on Point Sports, WBB Universe with Key. B Sports Buzz. She's also on Twitter, and then Maria knows the W best. That's on Twitter. Shout out to I'll name my ex later. He does some decent, he does some good work. Shout out to Moral Sports, and them over there, they're doing their thing. And shoot, man, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out. Deezy.